Don't judge me. I just wish you knew. That's just like you. I miss you as I need you.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as you already know, this is the Six-Man Convo live. And the hell? And I am your host for this evening's broadcast, K Styles, aka 6MK in the building.
Yep.
And to my stage, whatever side he's on, the riding shotgun today, as usual. You know him as the senator. It is Mad Mike Sports.
Yeah.
Hey man, shit. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Like I said, man, go ahead. Been a very interesting day. Like I said, definitely shout out to everybody. Definitely shout out to everybody's families. Make sure you got your loved ones in your prayers, and make sure you're taking care of the people that you take care of in life and love, because you never know when the time may come when you may have to count on them.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, hey, let's go and get right into it, Mike. As you already know, man, we always start the show off one way and one way only, and that is what?
It's the real rock on. That was a Temptation style.
Ron Isley. You know, I said, boy, that shit sound like Ron Isley. You're contagious. Touch me, baby. What he did on the Jamie Foxx show, he's like, for the love of you. And she said, what? In the love of Jesus. Hey, man, like I said, man, we got a good show coming up for y'all this evening. Like I said, we're going to give a shout outs to Robert Ponder, who started off pole position. We got King Treyway. We got John St. Clair. You got Sonia. And we got Maggie in here. She. That's anime. That anime. I deal with her ass all the goddamn time, so it is what it is.
You want to be the only one singing shit. She always want to be the only one singing.
Exactly. We got Diamond in here. What's going on, Diamond? D. Coleman. What's happening? And we got William. We already condemning folks to hell already. Yeah. Come on now, Mike.
He the first. D. Coleman is a demon seed, right?
Well, that means he fits well along with what we got going on over here.
We are the unholy alliance, of course. He fits in.
Exactly. And we got MVM 1970. So as you already know, the Six-Man Combo Live, we're doing a little experiment here. So you're going to catch me on not only on the 6MK Live channel, we also putting this on the Heavy Hitters Live channel, as well as Mad Mike Sports Twitter. Because I can't put it on my Twitter page because none of y'all motherfuckers even gonna watch it for that. So Nah, but for
Damn,
real,
man.
man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. So, hey, Joe got started off the right way, man. So, Mike, man, how's your day been going, man? How you doing, man?
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. I can't complain, sis.
Okay. So, today's episode, we have a couple topics that we want to go ahead and get right into. One topic is usually going to be a Falcons topic, and we're kind of merging the ideology of the STS for right now until some major stuff hits in. Then we're gonna have an STS coming up here soon. But the second topic is the Ryan Clark, Robert Griffin III beef going on right now, which is flooding the internet streams right now, and people are picking their sides. So before we get into that, man, I think we just gonna do right by the loyal listeners and the loyal subscribers to the channel. We gonna kick this off Atlanta Falcons style. So, as you see on the left side of your screen, and for those that just now tuning in, if you're not subscribed to the System K Live, you just read the ticker at the bottom. You got System K Live on YouTube, just System K on X. And we got System K Styles 1 on IG, and the Cash App is 6Man K Styles. Make sure I got it. $ 6Man K Styles. So let's start this Falcons thing up right, and let's do this. So it's a lot of talk going on right now. Like you said, man, the main topics is Kirk Cousins, Raheem Morris, Michael Penix Jr. And which of those are fun topics to talk about, as we love to piss one person off. I think we might have to jumble up the first topic on a multitude of ways. And it's the Atlanta Falcons defensive standout for 2025. Now, shout out to Don for this, because I know he made a suggestion on talking about the corner position as far as CB2, who was a guy that could definitely step into that role if Mike Hughes is not healthy. I know we want to also kind of talk about, James Pierce and Jalen Walker, Ruka Roro, and all these guys, because we have a lot of young defensive players that's going to be playing some significant snaps for the Atlanta Falcons defense in 2025. So for everybody that is tuning in and everybody that's in the chat, y'all can go ahead and chime in on this as well. So, Mike, I asked you the question, man. Out of this defense coming into 2025, who are some of your standouts who you're looking to be impact players for 2025?
Well, I said one early, and one that I've been disappointed in. I gotta say Arnold Ebiketie. Like you look at him, the man looked like a superstar in a couple of games, but he resorts right back to spinning in circles like he practicing for a damn what you call them, ice skating gigs. Like that's how he played when like he twirling in the middle of the field for no reason and shit.
I know you ain't.
Like,
I know you ain't. I know you
yes,
ain't calling this dude Christy Yamaguchi. I know you ain't calling
yes,
him Christy
he's Christian
Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi. Yes, he is. Okay, that's exactly what he be out there
Oh
spinning
my
and
god.
flipping for no fucking reason. All right, it ain't no reason to be doing that. So that's what I believe. He has the skill, but like just run to the damn quarterback. Why are you doing all this flipping and spinning and doing all these weird ass just see the quarterback, go after the quarterback. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff.
So pretty much see ball, get ball.
See ball, get ball. That's it. I think he has the potential to be a 10 sack guy a year, but for whatever reason, he gets close to the quarterback and think he got to be Christy Yamaguchi.
So my question to you is on that is, um, what like I said, what do you think that Jeff Ulbrich and Coach Ollie can bring that out of him to where he's a little bit more straightforward and no wasted movement?
I mean, he was making the right strides until, um, I mean, I guess I am kind of bitter saying this, but until Dean P's wife decided she needed her husband back, and that kind of pissed me off. Because we want her husband, okay? We wanted her husband, and he retired on us. He was on the right path until she wanted her man back, all right? And he retired on us. So yeah, I think he was on the right path. The Falcons defense was on the right path. We know Troy was on the right path until we lost Dean Pease. Yeah, John. How dare she want her man back? That you inconsiderate son of a gun.
Man, she like, honey, you are 75 years old. I know you want to coach out, but I need you. You've been coaching for 40 years. I only see you 3 months out the year. Motherfucker, get your ass back home. But you did bring up a very interesting question about that too. Is the importance of what Dean Pease did bring to this team, and trying to replicate that same intensity and consistency. Because remember, Dean Pease was here. You didn't have the defensive players like you have right now. You had a bunch of stowaways. You had a bunch of stowaways and skid row recipients. That's what you had. That's what we call them.
Not skid row recipients.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was able to bring the best out of a lot of guys that didn't deserve that you wouldn't think was even worth a damn. So speaking of that, where does Jeff Ulbrich come into play here? Do you think that Jeff Ulbrich has that potential to kind of bring that back? Because I know a lot of people talk about, Ryan Nielsen and how the team was generating sacks at that capacity when he was here for the 1 year.
I mean, I know a lot of people like to bring up Ryan Nielsen, but do we really know it was Ryan Nielsen? He was Ryan Nielsen because he was here for a season.
One season, right?
I mean, you could easily say that was the talent that we had. That was Calais, Bud, a younger Lorenzo Carter and those guys, Arnold Ebiketie, like all those guys, a Grady Jarrett. Like we had a lot of veteran pass rushers up front with him. So I don't know if it was Ryan Nelson because he went to Jacksonville, same job for the most part, and the defense looked like absolute horse crap. So when you look at Jeff Ulbrich, I think you look at him and what he's always been able to do. I mean, there is some question whether or not he can be the head guy, defensive coordinator, the sole proprietor, so to speak. One thing I do know about Jeff Ulbrich is he's going to develop his linebackers. I have no question and no doubt, because that's one thing that if you listen to a lot of Jet fans, I mean, what's the guy? Good God, the linebacker there. But like he was one of the he was the driving force into developing him. So I know for a fact that Jeff Ulrich will be able to
Oh, you talking
develop.
about Robert Sala?
No, no,
Oh, you
no,
talking about you talking about the linebacker? The linebacker.
the linebacker.
No, it was Williams, right?
Is it Williams? Hold on, I'll get his name,
Yeah.
but like he's been there. There was talks of him possibly being, brought
Yeah,
here
I think
with.
it was. I think it
No,
was
it's not
Williams.
Mo. Like I said, I'll get it. But we know that he can do that. And right now, we just look at the linebacker room, including the outside linebacker crew. It's like Robert Sala and Jeff Ulbrich did an amazing job with there. But from what I'm hearing with Kevin, Nate Ollie, he's one of those guys that he's very intense and how he coaches. So I don't have a concern as far as those two guys are concerned. I tell people all the time, look, you can smile all you want to when you win. You can smile all you want to when you in the top 10. Smile, smile, smile. But if you up here smiling and you at the bottom of the damn barrel, I'm gonna punch you in your shit. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It ain't shit funny being at the bottom of the league. I don't need to see you smiling. Period. Y'all can take it whatever you want. You can take it whatever you want. But you out here smiling and giggling like life is all good. No, fuck that. I need to see it. You can smile after you on top. But like women say, look, I don't want no 1 minute man. How that song with
Take me
um
out. Show me what you got. 'Cause I don't want no 1 minute, man. Ooh.
yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. I don't need no 1 minute motherfucker. Look, show me a good time. Fuck all that shit. All this smiling and giggling with players, that shit don't mean nothing. We need to see it constantly. Oh,
D. Kobe
y'all
hit. Hold
go
on.
ahead.
D. Kobe said, Sierra running, calling timeouts at camp.
Yo,
Hurt me
come
a bit.
on.
Keep it light. It's cool, but yeah.
Yuck. Uh-huh. Mike, you just need to let the man have fun. Why? Is it fun seeing us lose to Carolina and seeing us lose to the Saints? Is that fun and not being in the playoffs? Man, please.
Okay, so outside of Arnold and McKinney, man, is there any other? You got a couple more
Man,
standouts?
I got a bunch of them to be honest.
I'm about to say,
Another one.
I'm about to say, give me three more standouts that you may have. I'm
Okay,
about to say
so
two or three more standouts.
so obviously for me, everybody focus on Troy Anderson, but like I'm not concerned about that because injuries happen. Um, some players, some of the some of the great players have had injuries, issues early in their career, end up finding their groove. So I'm going to eliminate Troy Anderson, but I think
Okay.
if I'm being real, I think one guy that I'm really focused on is JD Bertrand. Um, because I think he has the physical attributes that I want in a linebacker. I like people that like running into walls. Like he likes to run into a wall. I love that. I need me a Chris Benoit on my team. I need me a Montez Burfict on my team. I need a psychotic motherfucker who likes to run into things, and that's what JD Bertrand do. He likes physicality. That's why he got so many damn concussions. So he's one of those guys. I think the next guy that nobody's really paying any attention to, and you guys you fake ass Alabama fans too. I'm about to say this is um DeMarco Hillams. Y'all don't let Xavier Watts come in, and y'all don't forgot all about him. Y'all forgot all about. Y'all don't even care nothing about him. Y'all get a new toy and just forget about Hillams. Hitman Hillams. This dude right there. If he comes in and be that that kind of rover that we need, plays in the slot, play in certain situations, and he comes in, play kind of like a I want to say middle linebacker, but a linebacker type of rover type of role, and he does that well. When we can move a guy like um, Watts, Brown. I always want to say Brown. I don't know why I want to call this dude, but whatever that motherfucker name.
Oh,
But
Billy Bowman.
Billy, I don't know why I always want to say, but I guess because he kind of played like him, but he played like him on the inside. It's weird. But yeah, him, and one more. Um, I think that one more is kind of. I don't want to
Tricky.
be obvious with it. That one that I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for um David Onyemata to kind of be the veteran leader amongst that front seven, man. Grady's
Mm.
gone. They're gonna need him there, so I'm looking for him to just. I'm not looking for big numbers. I just want him to come in, stop the run when it's necessary, be that veteran that they need up front.
They put the same numbers up as Grady Jarrett, so it's
Mm-hmm.
really like I said, it's not really a tell off.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, him being the veteran up there, like he has to lead by example. So I get you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that. I know for me, I have three in particular, and the number one is one of my guys. Like I said, Zach Harrison. I'm looking for him to stand out a little bit more this year because I know he didn't really get as many of the opportunities to shine like a lot of the lot that I would have loved to see, and I think what a lot of Falcon fans wanted to see. Um, but as far as what his potential is, like you said, he gives me a little bit more versatility as a bookend than what a Taquan Graham would be. Um, I just like you said, the thing is with a lot of these guys is you got to realize we have so many young players on this defense. A lot of these guys we haven't really seen much because they haven't played much.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach Harrison, to me, coming into that draft in 2020, what was it, 2023?
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was one of my favorite guys coming out because of his ability to kind of play along all positions on the defensive line in a multitude of defenses. And I think with him, um, I'm just looking for him to take that next step. He's got a quick first step where he's been out there in a limited time. You actually seen him make plays and you seen him be the forefront of that. So he's one of my guys. I'm gonna give you three.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, and I think this is the one that everybody is the most. And like you said, and I know y'all probably wonder why we haven't said Jalen Walker or James Pierce Jr. yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
to that, but we want to kind of focus on the names that nobody's really paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another guy that I'm looking forward to be a standout is Divine Diablo. That's another one. Um,
Ooh.
as you already know, this is one of them Jeff Ulbrich style tweener linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
This is like you
Exactly
said,
what we like.
yeah. And I believe that he can be a standout because, like you said, what has been one of the biggest weaknesses of this Falcons defense for the last couple years is the fact that you didn't have linebackers that could cover worth a damn, or guys
Right.
that are
Correct.
comfortable in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, ain't nobody's expecting Divine Diablo to be Deion Jones.
Right.
That's not the expectation that I have for him. But the thing about it is, you want that guy who is comfortable being able to be in that kind of coverage. Because one thing a lot of people don't pay attention to is if your linebackers are comfortable in coverage, that adds like 3/10 of a second to the pass rush to get to the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you got a lot of these teams who are where the NFL game now is the quarterbacks are pretty much dinking and dunking now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and one more I will go with. Mm, you might be surprised that I say this. Defensive wise, I'm gonna say Clark Phillips. Say Clark Phillips
Interesting.
because
Interesting.
I'm gonna say Clark Phillips because we already know what he can do. We
Mm-hmm.
we know that he has the mentality at that corner position that we do like. Um, especially with him being pretty tough and not really scared to really guard anybody out there. I'm just interested to see if he can hold out against D. Alford and Billy Bowman and stuff like that because he is a competitor. And the thing about it, I think that competitive mindset being on the field on this defense is definitely a plus, and it would be a major plus. Um, and we've seen him make some plays, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Mike Hughes, we don't know. We don't with Mike Hughes being back, we don't know how healthy he's going to be coming into this season.
Mm-hmm. That's been a knock on him.
Yeah, like I said, I know everybody's excited about Kobe Bryant, but let's be honest. As much as we love Kobe Bryant got to earn his stripes.
Yes, he does.
And I think out of all the guys that I ain't gonna say necessarily that's right behind AJ Terrell as far as that corner room, I me personally, I think Clark Phillips is the more battle tested one outside of AJ and Mike Hughes. Because let's be honest, before Mike Hughes got injured, he actually was one of the better corners in the NFL last year before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But playing wise, not skill wise, but playing wise. But Clark Phillips to me is a very interesting piece on the chessboard because um he got the competitiveness to play outside. You much more prefer him in the slot. But like I said, if he can hold his spot against D. Alford, Billy Bowman, and all these guys, I think that competitive fire is definitely what this defense is going to need.
Yeah. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree, man.
Okay. Um, let's see, go ahead, share the live for the people in the back. Um, J Block here said should be given a chance to start with Billy Bowman as his backup. like I said, man, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Like I said, that this training camp this year is about to be real competitive because, like I said, you got a lot of young guys competing for spots.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have as many old heads on that defense. This might be one of the young. This might be the youngest defense we put out here in a quite a long time, actually.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
see.
one of the youngest ones in the NFL.
Because if you take out, let me see, if you take out AJ Terrell's still a youngin himself. Take out Jesse Bates, take out David Onyemata, and you take out Caden Ellis and Mike Hughes. Yeah, this is pretty young defense. But Jay Black said, y'all gonna be at training camp this year?
If there is a training camp.
Just make sure they ain't doing no mysterious construction so where nobody can see shit. But if they do the old, but like I said, if they don't do the training camp this year, and I think they're going to do training camp this year because I know they gonna advertise Junebug as much as possible. So it'll most likely be a training camp. So yeah, we're gonna be there.
You can bet it on that, boy. You can damn sure bet.
We was at the open practice last year. We was at the open practice.
Mm-hmm.
I found out my well, she wasn't too bad because that wasn't an actual football crowd. Everybody was kind of chilling. Now, if that was a real football crowd, I couldn't bring her. But we'll do. But we'll definitely be there. Let me see where we at. We got 31 minutes into this thing. So while we're talking about standouts, let's talk about everybody's expected standouts for 2025. Got a question for you, Mike.
Oh yes.
Who do you expect to be the bigger impact player for 2025? Jalen Walker or James Pierce Jr.?
Well, I'm define what impact player means.
Well, what I mean by impact player is some, like I said, some like it's pretty much a guy that's gonna bring that's gonna immediately be the spark plug. It, like I said, immediate gonna come out the gate. You know, like you said, just making plays and being the spark on defense. Like I said, it could be defined in a multitude of ways. It just depends on what like I said, everybody's definition of what an impact player is kind of the same, but everybody got their own different, you know, I ain't gonna say definition, interpretation of it.
Yeah.
What I look for the impact player, I look for somebody that like that's gonna come in and already gonna command attention.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you look on that tape, you see him, boom, he stands out on tape. So that's my definition of an impact player between those two.
Yeah,
And like I said, everybody can chime in on it too because there's no wrong answer here. We just hope that we're hoping that both of these guys be impact players day one. But like I said, the question is, out of the two, who do you think will make the bigger impact? I think that's how I should have worded it. Who do you think will make the bigger impact in 2025? I'll do it like that.
I mean, I see.
It's a tough one.
It ain't tough. It really ain't. I'm really trying to save them. For me, I'm trying to save them for me. To be honest, because again, I know what Raheem wants to do. It ain't no secret of what type of defense he wants to run. It ain't no fucking secret. You're an absolute moron if you think he gonna do anything outside of what he did last year. He's gonna come. He's gonna do the exact same thing that he did last year, and
Mm.
there's going to be an internal war between he and Jeff Ulbrich, which I'm welcoming. And I'm saying that to say this. This is why I wanted Jalen Walker. Is because if you look at what Raheem wants to do, and you know we're gonna get them damn we're gonna get those damn. He gonna try to mix them damn plays where we got linebackers and covering the wide receivers and all that type of shit. And Pierce is not the guy that I want doing that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So based on what Raheem wants to do, I think Jalen Walker is the obvious guy because you've seen him at the University of Georgia. Like that dude was just an impact player. It didn't matter what Georgia asked him to do, he did it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well and doing it and
Doing
doing
it, doing it, and
it
doing it
well.
well. Man, from the Queens, but she raised out in Brooklyn.
All right. So he did it well. He did it well. So for me, on that, I say Walker because of what Raheem wants to do. We even when we were bad, he kept doing it. When we were good, he tried to slip that in. Okay. So
Mm.
Raheem is going to put forth what he wants to do, and he wants to run that zone scheme, that zone blitzing scheme. And for me personally, I'm not gonna put all of a rookie in a position where he has to be the main source of pass rush for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think Jalen Walker nor Pierce is qualified to do that, to be the main source of pass rush in year one. So one thing that I know that Jalen Walker can he can help this Atlanta Falcons, and that's be a natural linebacker, whether it's on the edge or in the middle of the field.
Mm. Mm. Well, yeah, that's good assessment. Um, Speaking of that, John just asked a question. How much do you really think Raheem will let Obert do his job and leave him the hell alone?
I'm gonna leave myself out of this. I'm gonna disqualify myself from this.
Now, you better leave his ass alone, cause the thing about it, the thing about it is this will be the wrong year for the Atlanta Falcons to be bottom 10 or be a bottom 10
Mhm.
defense this year. This is the wrong year to do it
Yes.
because the expectation is up there now.
Hmm.
You double dipped on a multitude of positions in the draft. You filled in key needs. You see, you got a lot of promising defensive players that are just now beginning to get some playing time. A lot of people are going to be expecting this Falcons defense to take that next step. You remember this was a bottom 10 defense last year.
Carlos trying to get unsubscribed from this thing. He trying to get blocked from it. If you believe that bullshit, y'all trying to give me PTSD. I really trying to get me with that dumbass comment.
Oh, they're talking about he left Jimmy Ricky Lake alone. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Because here's the very interesting question about that when it comes to Jim Lane. I wasn't trying to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would ask Carlos Harper. This is the question I asked last week. How soon did you, as a fan, see that Jimmy Lake was the problem?
Yes, I want to hear this. I want to hear the answer to this.
And while we waiting on the answer, I'm gonna give my take on who I think would be a bigger impact. I think James Pierce Jr. will probably be make a bigger impact
Mm-hmm.
than Jalen Walker. Just for the just for the very simple beginning of he's just gonna be asked to do one thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that's going to be the easiest thing to say. I'm taking the easy route with this. James Pierce is going to be asked to do the easiest thing. Rush the damn passer, get there as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be able to learn behind a Leonard Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to learn behind a Caden Ellis, who we said for most of the year was a natural pass rusher.
Can you elaborate, Carlos? Please elaborate.
At the very beginning, like at what particular game?
Mm-hmm.
What game? Because I want to do some mathematics at the.
Oh God, I knew he was gonna say that.
And that's
funny. I knew he was gonna say that. I knew
he said the Pittsburgh game. Okay, so here's the question that come down here. If Jimmy Lake issues came in game 1, why in the entire hell did Raheem let it fester all the way to week 13 before they did anything?
Yeah.
Why let it fester to week 13?
If he was a problem at the very beginning, why did he allow that to happen?
If he was a problem at the very beginning, why was he even hired in the first place? See, like I said, that's the aspect of this thing that we don't talk about. But like you said, that's the question that people tend to kind of not talk about when it comes to this.
Y'all can hit us up too, man. Look, we would ask you these questions on Twitter. Y'all can DM us.
And then like I said, and we're saying this because we're adding to the conversation.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, when a lot of people talk about Jimmy Lake and him being the problem as a defensive coordinator, you also have to look at the aspect of if he was the problem at the beginning, why did the head coach allow the problem to fester until literally 6 games left in the season?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're the head coach and you see there's problems there, you jump on that shit immediately. Now here's the context that I didn't think about that Mike brought up to my attention. A lot of people say Jimmy Lake was the problem, but guess what? Jimmy Lake was still calling that defense when they was getting sacks too.
Right. Mm-hmm. And when they was getting sacks, that's and by the way, I talk to Carlos all the time, y'all. So don't. He mentioned me on IG all the time. Like I said, man, y'all can hit us up, and we will. We're not like everybody else. We will answer.
Right. Yeah. But like you said, that's the part of the conversation a lot of people don't want to have when it comes to that. So this is why a lot of people, this is why we give Raheem Morris a lot of flack for how the season played off defensively last year. Because even if you're going through the OTAs and even if you're going through the camps and stuff like that, it's one thing, it might, and that's the one thing. It might you probably tell him better than I can. If you're kind of the overseer of something, what is the main phrase that you always tell everybody? I'm gonna make sure you don't embarrass me.
That's it. I tell them all the time. You ain't gonna embarrass me.
You ain't gonna embarrass me.
You're not gonna embarrass me. I will disassociate myself and get rid. You will not be on anything Mad Mike Sports with that stupid crap. It ain't happening. You ain't embarrassing me. It's not happening.
So that's why Raheem Morris gets a lot of the flack and stuff like that. And then it also got compounded from the fact that when Kirk Cousins went through his slump, he was the main one that was saying Kirk Cousins was playing well, even though we saw he wasn't playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept festering and it festered into another bad game and another bad game and another bad game and another bad game. It took them almost losing to Desmond Ritter and the Raiders, who tried to lose a game, for them to pull the plug.
Mm-hmm. Like you want to win, you almost lost to Desmond Ritter. Now you want to say, "Oh, this is a problem."
That man had four. That man threw four interceptions against the Chargers and said that he's playing the best football
Come on, bro.
of the season.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
Come
what
on,
a lot
man.
of people. And then you started adding to the fact that, okay, the Washington game, everything started going good. Everything was going good. What happened the second half?
Who was up like 21-3 or 7?
And then what happened is second half, everything got complacent. Raheem's time management came through. Riley Patterson, bitch ass, missed a field goal at the end of the season. Like, nothing worked.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why, as Sam would say, the Homer Simpson moments were a lot louder than people want to let out to. Yeah.
That's why he out there calling timeouts. He made sure.
Yeah.
He made sure that the media team
Right.
called that. He knew exactly. Yeah. Don't be fooled by this damn. I'm telling you, boy, this dude ain't nothing more than. I hate to say it.
He's the insurance salesman.
He's not. He's the insurance salesman. But you know that little psycho killer that brainwashed all the women?
Oh, not Charles. What was it? Not Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. That man, Charles Manson. You know when Charles Manson see a damn when he see a camera, that man lose his damn mind. He start talking like, look, he start being intelligent, all that type of stuff. You see him by himself, he's quiet, he's shy here to himself.
Right.
And as soon as the camera come on, boy, he turned into that man turned into a damn superstar.
Yeah. See, and then the biggest problem that we run into when we're talking about this is because you have to think about it at this aspect too. Raheem Morris came into a situation where a lot of people expected this team to make the playoffs. Not just the fans, but the Falcon media and the main sports media as well expected this team to be playoff bound. And then what ended up happening is you started compounding mistakes and bad decisions and all this. Think about it. The Falcons started off 6-3 with an opportunity to win the division by week 12. I think it was week 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you already had swept Tampa. You had beat Carolina. You had already beat the Saints. And then fucked around, went from 6-3 to 6-7.
All you had to do was win one game to pretty much put Tampa Bay in there, and you couldn't even do that.
And it went from 6-7 to 8-9. So the reality came to is, with the expectations that got piled on for the Falcons, with everything that they've tried to build up here, you won one more game than Arthur Smith did with a worse team. And that's where Raheem Morris is getting a lot of the flack right now, and it's deservedly so.
Bottom line is what's going on, brothers. Bottom line is he beat the Saints and the Panthers. He won the division. It's just that simple. Those are the two games right there.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Y'all really trying to get cut the fuck out right now, aren't y'all? You really are. Highlight this dumbass shit by CK.
The
first one.
This one?
Yeah.
Said,
I want y'all to read this. Read this.
Oh, Lord.
He said Raheem's job isn't to play call, but it's his job to be an overseer. He was the centerpiece of some terrible ass decisions, particularly personnel wise.
That is the job of the play call. When you see some dumb shit, say absolutely not. So it is his job to oversee play call. It is his job to play call. It's his job to design plays, offensively and defensively. That was his job. That's literally what he got into NFL for. The Falcons hired him in 2015 to be the defensive pass game coordinator. Do y'all know what that is? K-Star, do you know what that job title is?
Pretty much to design the defense.
Design defense. The Atlanta Falcons, in turn, turned him to the offensive side of the ball and gave him the title of wide receiver coach. And what did the wide receiver coach do on top of that?
Develop the wide receivers and responsible for wide receiver personnel switches.
So what are we talking about? This is literally his job. And when you're talking about offensive pass game coordinators and defensive pass game, there's really no difference because you're dealing with the same personnel and you're dealing with the same, at the end of the aspect of the game, which is a passing game. So he's qualified for the passing game and on the offense side of the ball and on the defense side of the ball. So there's no real difference when you talk about pass game coordinators offensively and defense. There's no real difference. So this is what we talk about when we're saying why a guy that is qualified, because our issues was the passing game. Why you look at Kirk Cousins week after week after week when you are highly qualified. Raheem is highly qualified for this. Mm-hmm. We have to really. This is why Sam said we gotta think before we type.
Mm-hmm. Cause, like you said, as being the overseer, your responsibility is to you have to see the flow of the game, and you have to make the necessary. Yeah, you have to make the necessary adjustment with the coaches. You like what I said, you have to pay attention to the flow of the game and a lot of things. So, because the thing is, when we look at Raheem Morris, this is why I say I focus on what the expectations of what the team was supposed to be, more so than anything.
Right.
Because remember, and here's the main notion of, well, y'all didn't give that flack for Arthur Smith. Let me tell you something. The first 2 years Arthur Smith was here, this team was expected to win 3 games, both years.
Man, y'all couldn't even tell me who on that damn offense.
So let me ask you a question. See, Arthur Smith started getting flack in 2023. Once they started getting players here, that's when he started getting more of the flack. And like I said, now the expectations went up. Like I said, this is an expectation issue. Because y'all can't tell me that the 2021-22 Falcons were better than the 2024 Falcons. Raise your hands if you think the 2021 Falcons was better than the Falcons team we had last year. Raise your hands if you think that the 2021 and the 2022 Atlanta Falcons were better than the 2024 Falcons. Da, 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 boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Truth. Would you say that the 2021 and the 2022 Atlanta Falcons team was better than the 2024 team? You still muted, Truth.
No, my fault. Yeah, my bad. Now say that again. I had some distractions going on. Talk to me.
Okay, so the question is, was the Atlanta Falcons teams in 2021 and 2022 better than the team that we saw last year in 2024?
Next question. I'm like the thing about it, man. I'm gonna tell you something that burns my biscuits. When folks play dumb, bro, don't play dumb. Don't do that. I mean, everybody know. It ain't no secret that when Arthur Smith took this team back in 2021, that we had to sign 40 guys out the street. I don't understand why people try to sit up here and get on their soapbox and go to acting a complete gluteus maximus. I'm gonna use the word gluteus maximus. Stop it, cut it out, man. Like the expectations were entirely different, and they know it.
Right.
So stop it. I mean,
Right.
we
So
literally had undrafted free. We had undrafted free agents starting on both sides of the ball that year. Come on, man, stop it.
So like I said, all this comes back down is a expectation situation. I mean, like I said, but as much as y'all don't want to talk about that part of the game, that's exactly what it is. Think about it. Think about this for a second. Jacob Tatui Mariner had the most overall sacks in the season for the Atlanta Falcons in 2021 until Ona Ebiketie got 6.5. What was it, 2023? Do anybody remember Jacob Tatui Mariner? Hyphen man.
Ooh, boy.
And John St. Clair said this right here. Say what you want. He built the offensive line we still have.
Yes, he did. Just saying. He's an offensive line. He understood that.
Bottom line, but Arthur Smith lost his job due to the handling of the quarterback situation.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was
if he don't mishandle the quarterback situation, he's still here.
Probably. Yeah. And he probably, like I said, they probably would have still probably went Michael Penix with that, with even in the following year anyway. But hey, man, that's what I'm saying.
I got a question. Somebody said something in the chat. No, it was Southside Punkhead. It was Southside Punkhead. He said
he thought the
no. Is that one too? No. I like. He said that Raheem can't get a break from Mike. My thing is, I really want the answer to this. I really do. I really do.
You talking about this? Hold on, let me get it up here on the screen.
He can't catch a break. My thing is, what has he done to qualify for a break? Because at work, you got to work a certain amount of damn hours before you get a day to call out, right?
Right.
So what has he done to say, all right, I'm going to give him a break? Because he was here, again, y'all trying to pretend like he wasn't here during the Super Bowl run. We haven't had that since. He was there. He was responsible for us cutting a lot of people even after the fact that we lost the Super Bowl and we couldn't get there. And he sat there and watched Dan Quinn fire Marquez Manuel. He sat there and watched. He was there when all that dumb shit started happening. We started putting damn Rico Allen at damn in the center of every damn thing. He was there, and he was one of the he was one of the main guys that was so. He was one of the main guys that was so in love with Rico Allen.
Mm.
So why does he deserve a chance? That's all we've been asking for the last couple of months. Tell me why the Raheem, without keep bringing up the Rams, okay? Everybody keep talking about the Rams went to the Super Bowl on his. The Rams was already in the Super Bowl 2-3 times before he got there. So why does Raheem deserve a chance, or he deserve us to, deserve a break? That's all I want to know. Nobody's
Listen,
ever
man. If you go, listen, when we signed or traded for Matthew Judon, 98% of the fan base put us in the Super Bowl. That's that's why he don't deserve no pass right now.
What about the Justin Simmons signing too?
Okay,
It was the
them two,
same thing too. Yep.
them two. Once we brought them
Oh
two in,
boy.
98% of the fan
Yep.
base put us in the Super Bowl. That's why he don't. Right there, you stop. Hey, you can stop the argument right there. 98% of the fan base, and it was just a very few of us saying, "Hold up now, let's just try to get to the playoffs first." So
Mhm.
if signing Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon makes us a Super Bowl contender, and we finish 8-9 out of the playoffs, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. I want to hear more than just Kirk Cousins' name, because that's what our fan base do. They only.
Oh, by the way, he was one of the main components to bring Kirk Cousins in, but I don't want to talk about that one.
And let me help you out on that, brother Mike. Whether he was hurt or not, he sat there and watched either a hurt quarterback or an ineffective quarterback for 4 games, maybe 5 games before he made a decision.
5 games.
Along with he ran your kicker out there for 10 to 11 weeks on a bad hip on his kicking leg. I don't want to hear shit about why we don't give him a chance.
No, remember through that 4 or 5 game stretch, Kirk Cousins was anytime Kirk Cousins got hit, that motherfucker getting carried up to the line of scrimmage by the offensive line.
Yeah, I saw Caleb McGarry and Chris Lynch pick him up so much. I was like, bro, what is going on?
But that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the overs. That's the true definition of what an overset is. You're looking at the entire picture, and you got to make decisions based off what you see. You paid $100 million for Kirk Cousins. If I see this motherfucker limping up and down the field for 3 straight games, sit your goofy ass down. Junebug, get in here. I'm like, Junebug, get in here. He limping. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of when I was in the hospital for what I had to do, and I'm sitting here doing shows with tubes going up my fucking nose down my throat. Gotta getting my appendix drained because the shit looked like the size of a golf ball. And Mike just sitting there watching me going in and out of consciousness.
What?
Boy, I look like I already doze off and snore during some of these shows, but if I'm sitting here in the hospital with tubes going through my nose, I got an IV in my system, appendix getting drained, goddamn sinuses getting drained and all that shit with diarrhea, and Mike sitting me still doing the show like, go ahead, Kel, keep going. And I can't fucking talk.
This reminds me of a scene from Star Wars. It reminds me of a scene from Star Wars when we had Luke Skywalker and his uncle was searching for some droids.
Mm-hmm.
And these little damn whatever the hell they call it, I forgot what the hell they call them, but they had sold him a fucked up droid, and the droid was like the droid ended up like walking towards him, and the motherfucker just shut off. It just blew up. The shit just blew up, and then he looked at him and said, "What the hell are you trying to sell me?" That right there reminds me of that. He bought Kirk Cousins for $100 million. That shit blew up in his face, and he didn't even say nothing about it. That's what that reminds me of.
Nigga.
That's what happened. Raheem bought something for $100 million. The shit blew up, and then he didn't say nothing about it.
He like, I hope this works. Alternator went out. Hopefully we can get to Carolina in 7 hours.
He said it every week. No, y'all, if we just put some glue on it, he'll be all right. No, motherfucker, the shit that blew up.
Oh shit.
Y'all go back and watch that damn scene. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The damn droid blew up, and that's when they ended up getting R2D2. The droid, that's how they ended up getting it. But the other droid that they sold to them, that shit blew up.
Okay. Hey, Carlos here.
The amazing thing about this is the same shit they wanted Arthur Smith fired for. They want to give Raheem Morris a pass for. Arthur Smith lost his job when he mishandled the quarterback situation. Last year, Raheem Morris mishandled the quarterback situation.
Oh God, truth. Woo.
But the difference is that they got a quarterback that they like. See, when Arthur Smith was here, he had quarterbacks nobody liked. Which goes back to the main thing about why a lot of people are so pro Raheem Morris, because he is a lovable guy. He's a fan favorite.
Lovable to who?
Man, you know this damn Atlanta media love them some Raheem Morris. You look. They love Raheem Morris, then they love Dan Reese. You ask these motherfuckers, you think Raheem Morris was the greatest coach in Falcons history?
That's what
which lets me bring the question. How many of y'all think that Raheem Morris is one of the best coaches in Falcons history?
I love to see this.
But Carlos asked the question. He said, in hindsight, would Justin Fields have been a better 1 year bridge to Penix? Fuck
I was
no.
waiting on it. I was waiting on it.
Fuck no.
I was waiting on it.
Fuck
I was waiting on it.
We already had that. We already had that, and his name was what, Kev?
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. He did the same shit that Justin Fields did. Go look at the numbers. The only thing is,
it just comes back down to what we just said. It's popularity.
He did the same thing. We already had a Justin Fields.
Guess what? This gonna really hurt some feelings here. Desmond Ritter, through 17 games, had the identical record as Michael Vick.
At least they are.
Yeah.
See, yep. I gotta look out my window, make sure ain't no snipers outside my window.
Had damn near the same numbers.
Actually, Desmond Ritter had better numbers than he had better numbers. You look at he passed for more yards. Justin Fields only had 7 more touchdowns and 3 less interceptions.
Yeah.
So we already had that.
The difference, like you said, the difference is that popularity makes a big difference between how fans perceive you versus how fans will loathe you.
Yeah. And guess what? This was gonna really cut him deep here. You need to start ducking right now, K-Style.
What's up?
We made 2 tackles. We make it to the playoffs that year.
Oh
Arthur
boy.
Smith last year, we made 2 tackles.
2 sacks.
we-
No, yeah. No,
we
yeah,
get-
we literally 3 sacks away from being 10-7.
No,
Yeah.
That now the thing about it, Minnesota, we had Josh Dobbs fourth and forever, and couldn't tackle him. We made that tackle, we win the game.
Oh, my God, I forgot
McKinney
about
missed the
that.
sack in that one.
Oh my God, I forgot about
We had
that.
Kyler Murray.
That right there is what I lost my mind with.
And guess who missed the sack in the Arizona game as well? All of them.
Yeah, I know.
Fourth
I
and
know.
forever. We had Kyler Murray and Josh Dobbs fourth and forever. Them two make sacks. We went 7-10, right?
We went 7-10.
We would have went 9-8. We'd have won the division. And even with Arthur Smith mishandling the quarterback situation, we still would have made it to the playoffs. And Raheem Morris probably not here. He ain't here.
Without question.
Right.
He ain't here.
So for those that love Raheem Morris, you could thank Arnold Ebiketie for the reason he's here.
Oh, have mercy, Jesus. Oh, have mercy, Jesus. That's so dirty, kid.
Hey, look, Southside said, and if Van Jefferson makes that 4th down catch, we beat the Titans.
Oh,
it was
boy.
so many, but that's the but that is that
Yep.
some that
You right. 2 missed tackles and a drop pass.
But the thing about it
my
was, but if you really look at Arthur Smith's regime here, majority of their losses came down to those type of plays.
If you got talent, that never happens.
Majority of the losses that Arthur Smith took here came down to those missed sacks, those missed opportunities. And it was, and like I said, in each of those 3 seasons, you get 2 sacks each season. You talking about a 9-8 guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike, you said the key word. You got talent and discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a big difference. So this is why Raheem Morris catch a lot of flack. Because, like True said, you had the team. You double dipped on the quarterback. You double dipped on some wide receivers. You solidified that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was set. Everything was set up. That's what I'm saying. Look, Georgia Texas boy said we had so many 1-score losses.
Yep.
1 play.
1 play. And the 2 games, the 3 games we mentioned, that's just 3. I want to say we missed a tackle in another game. Was it against Tampa?
No, that was the infamous Brady rollover penalty sack game.
Oh boy.
No, I ain't talking about that. No, I ain't talking about that game. That was the year before. That was the year before.
Right. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
actually-
about. Just plays like that.
Because Arthur Smith last year, we actually beat Tampa.
Mhm.
We actually beat Tampa, but that was the Ritter 3 turnover game, and everybody crashed out like he.
Oh no, that was
Like
the Bijan. That was the Bijan sacked the whole
headache
gameplay. Yeah, headache gate.
Arthur Smith got criticized by the whole football world for not reporting a headache. Man, get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker got a headache. I ain't got time to worry about no goddamn headache. I'm trying to coach a goddamn football team.
Damn
Y'all
headache.
mad because I ain't
Damn
calling y'all
headache.
about a fucking headache. Man, get out of here.
Them motherfucker.
And we won the game. Get the fuck out of here.
Them motherfucker who bet on that game, boy, they was so mad about it, boy. That motherfucker. Arthur Smith had the black coats at his door, talking about, don't you ever do that shit again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you ever do that shit again. 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 Don't you
And then he kind of gave them the indication he don't give a shit about fantasy football. You know he ain't held long when he did that.
Exactly. So like you said, when you're coming from one coach where you've had a lot of those close games where you lost a lot by one play cost you a game, and then you go over and then you think you're getting the redemption year and you're starting off on the right foot, and then and all the wheels just fall off, and you're too far behind to where to make that shit up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, all this shit is all over expectations. So this ain't about you hating on the black head coach. No, this is about the expectations of the team was higher based on the moves that they made.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm about to nut the fuck up. Wait a minute. What you just say? Is that what we do in the show?
No, we ain't got to the juicy part of the show yet, but you know that was one of the main talking points. That was one of the main talking points. And some of the motherfuckers that
Hating on the
made
black
you
head
watch it,
coach.
yeah, basically hating on the black head coach, or you don't like black people or some shit like that. That's like kind of like the main thing that they like to say with us. Like,
I'm not finna get suspended.
Because
look. The only thing I say on that is
I ain't gonna get suspended today.
if you're thinking that shallow as to why he's getting flat, then maybe you're the problem. More so than what.
I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of these goddamn internet activists. They get on my fucking nerves with this fuck shit. I already been arguing with dumb motherfuckers for the last 48 hours about this Ryan Clark RG3.
Oh, we got that kind of
I'm glad you did that. So we're gonna segue right into that actually.
Oh, my bad.
We about to segue into it.
Oh, let me
It-
No.
That's okay.
No. Go ahead. You segue right into it, man. That's
Nah,
perfect.
I'm gonna lose a few subscribers. Okay, here's the thing. I don't give a flying fuck what the fuck RG3 said about Angel Reese. I really don't. And I don't give a flying fuck about Ryan Clark disagreeing with what RG3 said. I really don't. But bruh, folks, it's amazing how folks justifying RG3, justifying Ryan Clark mentioning this man's wife and family because they feel like RG3 is, I guess RG3 is considered a coon, right? Is it okay to
They
say
call
that?
him they consider him kind of like a bootleg coon. That's
He's a
the
bootleg
phrase
coon, right?
that's pretty much the phrase they use for him.
Because he married to a white girl, right?
Yeah.
A woman who who he been dating ever since his junior year
At
at
Baylor.
Baylor, and they got 4 kids. Okay, Ryan Clark, but Ryan Clark, who is Ryan Clark cool because he got a baby by a white woman? Get out of here, man. Y'all find something else. Y'all find something else to goddamn nitpick about.
Okay.
Call it for what it is.
Whoa,
You're
lives
mad.
matter.
You're mad because Angel Reese, who be looking stupid as fuck most of the time, getting criticized. Now I'm done.
All right. So for those that have heard, so basically the whole internet is going through this whole woke revolution war going on right now over a basketball play that was said that came in the Chicago Sky Indiana Fever game where Caitlin Clark intentionally fouled Angel Reese under the basket. Now, what Truth is talking about is you have a lot of these media pundits and you have a lot of these fake woke activist motherfuckers out here turning this whole let me go ahead and reference this. All this shit is the goofy ass Caitlin Clark fans versus the goofy ass Angel Reese fans.
Pretty much.
That's all this shit is about. Now, if you go back and look at the play that because I had to look at that play a multitude of times to see where this outrage came from. It's funny nobody talks about the offensive foul that Angel Reese committed under the basket that was
not called. That was not called.
In which Caitlin Clark looked at the ref and said, "You're not gonna call that? Fuck it, I'm fouling her."
And guess what, K-Style and Mike? The flagrant foul call, in my opinion, was the right call. I'm gonna tell you why it was the right call.
The truth, I was about to say the exact same thing. That
In my opinion, it was the right call. The reason why it was the right call because, given the history of that situation, if they don't call a flagrant foul right there, if they don't upgrade that to a flagrant, it would have been an uproar. So you just go ahead on and call the flagrant. Guess what? In the press conference, both girls downplayed it. Giving credit to Angel, even she downplayed it.
They don't care about this truth.
That's the
They
funny
don't
thing.
care. They don't care. They want to play basketball.
Right.
They want to play basketball and make money. That's it. Well, we gonna turn this to a Black Life Nigga-a-thon.
Yeah, and guess what? This finna make everybody mad. I'm finna duck on this one. RG3 was right. That's what's eating a lot of y'all fake woke ass internet activists up.
Hold on. Let me, because I want to explain I want you to explain it. Because when you look at RG3, the reason why I want to kind of hold off on that is because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know what she's thinking. We can only judge both women on their actions.
Okay.
And like you said in the press conference, both of them played it down. So I don't know that she hates her. If that's what you referring to as far as RG3 is concerned, like we don't know if she hates her. We can only look at their actions.
I think it might have been a poor choice of wording by RG3.
Right.
I think you could say, I think the better choice of words is she I ain't gonna say animosity, but she feels some type of way that she's not the center of attention.
She's jealous of her.
Yes, obviously.
She's jealous of her. And see, look, let's not pull up the facts, because if you look at the history, the first shot was fired by who? And this whole thing with this whole Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark rivalry, who fired the first shot?
Wasn't it Angel Reese that fired the first shot?
No,
Angel Reese fired the first shot.
Hold on. Go. Let's go back, because when you talking about this rivalry, the rivalry was actually started in Ohio when she was with she was in college. It wasn't necessarily Angel Reese who started it. That was started by her in college by mocking her. So this that's what he's talking about. He said Angel Reese started it, but it started with Caitlin.
Now Caitlin was mocking it. She was mocking everybody with it. Angel was the first. Angel was the first one. But what Truth is saying is between these two. Not necessarily. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When they were playing in college, that's where it started.
Yeah.
It originated from her. It originated from Caitlin. And when they got a chance to play again, which was in the championship, and they ended up beating her, that's when Angel Reese came back. So all of this, at the end of the day,
she never did the case. You can't see me to LSU. She was that's just something that Caitlin was doing against everybody. She was doing
and
that
that's why
against
I say
everybody.
I don't know what's behind. We don't know what the real is behind it, and that's why this is a dangerous situation. Because if it's two black girls, two white girls, ain't nobody mad
We
at
ain't even
us.
talking about this.
We ain't talking about that, yeah.
We ain't even
So
talking about this.
we can only judge them based on their behavior, but
Right.
because they're white and they're black, we automatically say, "Oh yes, she hate the white girl, or the white girl jealous. She's trying to outshine the black girl." It's just getting into stupid stuff. What's going on? Coach?
What's going on?
What's going on,
I've been wanting to
Coach?
discuss
What's
this
happening?
topic.
What's happening?
I'm good. I've been wanting to discuss this topic for a minute.
Y'all getting special presentations from two coaches.
So
What's up, Coach?
this is my take on this whole thing. We're looking at this thing. I think we're looking at it the wrong way. I think everybody's looking at it the wrong way.
Okay.
Think about this. Who's the most important person in the WNBA right now?
Who's what now?
The most important person in the WNBA now.
Oh,
Caitlin Clark. It ain't even close.
Perfect. Who's the second most important?
Angel
I
Reese.
mean, you gotta say Angel. You gotta say
However, neither one of those guys are the best player in the WNBA. It's Asia
right.
Wilson.
Asia Wilson, the best player. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's happening next year with the WNBA?
They about to get that
TV. Yep.
That TV deal.
You have to put some type of excitement in this game to make people want to watch it more.
Yeah.
So that little incident right there, I guarantee. Y'all remember the incident with Bird and Magic back in the day?
Yeah.
See how the NFL had that little rivalry type thing going on between those two?
They did the same
They're trying to
thing.
recreate Bird and Magic.
Same exact thing going on. It's all about the money, y'all. I hate to say it's all about the money. And
that you're right.
That happened. It was almost the end of the game.
That was my take. I made it short on. I said if both girls are smart, they need to milk this. They need to milk this rivalry and let this be another Bird. I said that on my short.
And I'm gonna be honest.
One of them smart enough. I think one of them smart enough. The other one gonna fuck around and talk and run her fucking mouth too much and talk her way out of the rivalry because she's making everything personal.
I can't say that too because
I think she's smart enough to know what she's doing. I think she's smart enough. I think she got good people behind her. I think.
Right.
She just had to ride that storm because I think that rate. It's the fans. I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her.
I don't think it's
Caitlin. I think and Caitlin did the same thing in college against everybody though. It wasn't just Angel she was pushing. That girl, she's a hard power.
Yeah.
What she did, she actually protected her teammate. If you want to get technical with it.
Yeah, that's exactly where we was going with it.
Something that didn't happen to her last year. Aaliyah Boston didn't protect her last year. We goddamn when old girl hip checked her into the
talking about Kennedy Carter.
Yeah, who by the way can't even get an WNBA contract. Now that's another show. We have a whole nother show on that now. Because she definitely good enough to play in that goddamn league.
Right. But the thing but like you said, the thing that come down with this is like you said, and coach hit it right there on the head, and we talked about it. The WNBA ain't nobody talked about the WNBA like this
ever
since the Olympics back in '96. The first year of the WNBA. That's like the last time anybody really cared about it, even though I say Maya Moore still to go. I don't give a fuck nobody say.
Yes,
but the problem that I have with all this ain't even the two girls, the two females. Like you said, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're competitive rivals. They gonna have some type of competitive animosity towards each other.
But they don't even play the same position.
I know that's the thing. But that's the thing. This is where I get pissed off about this because, like you said, since they don't play the same position, they don't play the same style. You really can't compare them like that.
Yeah.
The thing about it is the easiest thing to put the comparison on is the race car.
Yeah. That's the
and
only one.
and he said Cynthia Cooper might disagree. Well, like
Yeah,
I
we.
said,
And,
like I said, I said, yeah,
Reggie's
I look,
Reggie's
look, trust me. Go ahead.
and Reggie's older sister. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
But I said my more is my goat. That's what I said. My goat. I didn't say she. Like I said, that's why I always say about those goat conversations. They're all subjective.
no,
That's in the lady world.
hey, I did a show on that. Nobody listen. You're not wrong. You're not wrong on whoever you think the goat is. You ain't wrong.
Exactly.
But I said I ain't gonna get suspended.
But I wanted to have that conversation on that play because now we're finna go into really what this conversation is. Is Ryan Clark and RG3. Now, this is why like I said, and I had to go back and look at a lot of the commentary from both of these guys. Like Mike said, and I kind of agree. Using the term "hate the white girl," that was a buzzworthy. That was a gaslight sentence. But where Ryan Clark messed up at, this is where I have to this is where Ryan Clark got to get some of the smoke. When you're having the disagreement about his take on that, this is why a lot of people say it with him. The fact that you brought up RG3's household,
You made it personal.
you made it personal.
Go ahead.
See the thing, because the thing about it, because here's the thing. Because the reason why he brought it up, because he said because he's not around a lot of black women, he's not going to be able to understand the plight of an Angel Reese in that situation.
Okay, let me ask you a question real fast.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna steal this from Mike. I'm gonna steal the question from Mike. How we know he ain't around a lot of black women? Are we saying that because he's married to a white woman, he's not around a lot of black women? How do we know?
Let me. You're right with that, but the thing is, he knows this. This is the thing. He not stupid. He know people know they feel like he's a coon. So for him to even not think that through, this is why I say both of those guys are dead ass wrong. Both of them. Look, these guys have an issue with each other. All right, it goes back to an incident, and Ryan was talking about that. They don't like each other. They really don't. He said, "Hold on, Truth. Hold on. Because Ryan said the reason why he doesn't really care about him is because he used to walk around the locker rooms and behind the scenes and things, and they say, "Oh boy, I love milk. I love milk. I love milk." And it agitated a lot of people. And he knows, and RG3 is very intelligent. He knows he agitates a lot of people because of his personal taste. That's fine. But when you know you're agitating people and you go at a black woman in this instance, this is how you're going to cause an uproar. And that's why I say both of these guys are wrong, because Ryan couldn't separate his disdain and
I'm gonna watch from afar, y'all. I'm gonna watch from afar. Good show, guys. Great show.
Okay. Appreciate it.
And that's where I'm saying, like, I'm like, at the end of the day, man, you just gotta leave your personal takes and opinions out of this situation. And I think RG3 knew exactly what he was doing. Like I said, this man ain't stupid. He know people think he's cool. He know that. He know people think.
I mean, Baylor, boy, you gotta be smart to go to Baylor.
But also, the thing about what RG3, what he did wrong, when he was talking about Angel Reese, right? If you watch that video, who's in the background co-signing everything he's saying?
See, Coach, you was gonna get exactly what I was gonna get into. I'm gonna let you go.
And,
I'm gonna let you go ahead and eat on that. I'm gonna let you eat that
as
up.
well, if you look at RG3 little videos when he's always talking about milk, who's in that video with him? And who's drinking chocolate milk
Right
like
there.
milk?
Right there. She right there. Yep.
So Ryan Clark was saying he wasn't per se talking about his wife. He just stating the fact that what RG3 does. He wasn't talking about his wife. He's talking about him. He didn't say your wife. He said the woman you're married to. He knows the way. He knows his wife's name. That she's a fine lady. However, RG3 RG3 should have just kept his mouth quiet. That's it. That's
all.
That's my personal.
See, yeah, and this is what Coach is talking about, y'all. If y'all go back and look at that video, I want y'all to look at the aesthetics of that video.
The whole
because remember, he said, like Coach just said, the wife is sitting in the back. And if you look at how she was looking when he made the comment, it made it look like the scene from Get Out.
She rolling her head, rolling her neck, and everything.
And she's sitting there smirking. So from the aesthetics, it made it look like that she was telling him what to say.
He did that on account of her. It's no look.
Right.
There was no reason for that woman to be in that room. Okay? When he's allegedly working. This is his job now.
Right.
Why are you in the background? You don't normally be on the show. She's normally not on the show.
When he doing
right.
Then she
is. You know exactly what he was doing.
Right.
All of this is RG3's fault. He did this. He knew exactly what he was doing. Him and his wife conspired this to get attention. That's all.
More clicks.
Point blank.
And going off of what Mike just said, and going off of what Mike just said, what's the greatest thing in today's society to do to get attention?
Race.
To agitate the woke motherfuckers. That's the best way to get the attention. Because everybody is so sensitive on everything now, especially the Hotep woke folks. You say something small like, nah, that girl ain't good. Everything is racist to them.
I heard something the other day, and it's pretty true. They say when a black man speak against his kind, he become very popular. He makes more money speaking against.
He makes more money. He makes more money from the Hotep motherfuckers that try to cancel him.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Jason Whitlock.
Mm-hmm.
Woo,
because guess what? They not gonna shut up about him.
They're gonna keep it.
All you're gonna do is you're gonna bring eyes to him.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to being black, you still black.
He's still black at the end of the day, regardless on if he like to go skiing or not. But like you said, and Ryan Clark, he's got a lot to learn about knowing how to control his emotions too. Because I don't think anybody remember he got checked by what's that comedian? Andrew Schultz on some hypocrisy shit that just a month ago.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
Remember, this was the same Ryan Clark who tried to embarrass Jonathan Owens and tried to embarrass Jonathan Owens for being Simone Biles' husband.
Mm-hmm. And he tried to say
this is the same. Like I said, I want y'all to go back and look at that Jonathan Owens interview on the Pivot podcast. Ryan Clark tried to embarrass Jonathan Owens while Simone Biles was sitting in the background because he made a comment about he felt like he was the prize to Simone Biles. And Ryan Clark tried to embarrass him and tried to get all the women to go against Jonathan Owens. This is the same guy. So like I said, they both smart. Ryan Clark is a panda bear. RG3 is a gnat.
Or he got a mixed kid too.
Yeah. Yeah. They say his oldest daughter is biracial. But the thing about it is when we're in the WNBA, to me, and like I said, and this is, I'm gonna even take the WNBA out of this. This is the problem with how today has been going on. Everybody, like I said, and this is to the woke lives matter crew. Just because somebody disagree with you doesn't make it racist. We can't constantly use racist for every little thing because now what you do is now since everything is racist, you're going to embolden these motherfuckers to really be racist. Because they're going to be thinking, well, shit. I said Angel Reese can't make a layup.
She can.
So they say I'm racist because she can't make a layup. You're emboldened the very thing that you don't want them to do. You gotta learn how to. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away.
That's it.
But
Coach, you ain't heard the new thing too.
what's that?
There's some of these woke folks is actually trying to cancel LeBron James. Did you hear about that?
Or what? Being married to a black lady? I'm just
No, because he took a picture with Caden Clark.
Oh, okay. Superstar. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't take a picture with King Clark. I want an autograph too. That costs money.
Yeah, me too, goddamn.
No. So
Wow.
LeBron James got a flack from a few of these feminists
black
woke feminists out here. So basically, you got a lot of these folks talking about if you're not on Angel Reese's side, you're a traitor.
Why they
And LeBron James took a picture with Caitlin Clark, like I said, congratulating her on a good game. They trying to cancel LeBron James because of that.
And this is where I say this is where both sides fan bases are dead wrong. It's because they're trying to turn everything into a race issue.
Did they cancel Jordan when he left his wife?
See the thing is, if you have nothing to argue about, race is the easiest thing. Look. What Mike is saying here is, when you have nothing to argue about, race is the default argument.
Yeah. Well, they have nothing to do with that anything.
It's the most aggravating topic to talk about is race because it's going to get a stir from everybody.
Yeah. Because when I bring up the fact that black people sold black people into slavery, we try to ignore that and try to point all the fingers at, oh, the white man. What about the people that were selling their own people? They were selling their own people into slavery, into a lot of them. They didn't just come in there and take over. They was best friends with the kings and a lot of people that was over control over the land and all that type. They were best friends with them. But we want to point the finger at one aspect of it when it's all bad. That's the quickest thing. That's the quickest, easiest thing to just say, "Oh, it's racist and you're racist." And I'm not. Look, I could tell Angel really was hurt. You could just look at her because she ain't never really been. You can tell she hasn't really been subjected to that racial issue. She looked like she was about to cry on the court. I'm just gonna be real because I know that stone face. She was hurt, bro. You call her a damn monkey and you making monkey sounds on the damn like. And the NBA, the WNBA got to do something about that shit. Yeah, they were literally making monkey noises.
What's weird about the whole thing is
But-
what's terrible
but
about the
then-
whole thing there is all the black girls that are on that team that's on Indiana. Now, this is what I thought should have happened at that point. I think the same thing happened down there. They say it happened in San Antonio a couple years back, or some years back.
Yeah.
And the coach or Caitlin should have went to the PA announcement and said, "Stop that shit." That's
Right. Exactly.
That would have been over and done with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's what should have happened.
It seems it's almost like it gives off the impression they condoning it, that they're not speaking against it.
Right.
And that's what the WNBA has to do. They have to.
She did apologize. She did apologize to Angel for that. She actually.
Okay. I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Like I said, Kaylin is not one for that because you think about her, and she's about ball. She play ball, so she tries. And I'm gonna tell you, look. I'm gonna tell y'all something too. Angel Reese thought that was bad. Go to one of the international soccer games. You hear way worse monkey noises.
You hear jungle music.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch. Like you said, at the end of the day, when it come to this situation, it's the Caitlin Clark fans versus the Angel Reese fans. And what they doing is they annoying the hell out of everybody with this shit.
It wasn't bad about it. There's more. I hate to say this in the WNBA as of now because the people that go to the game, there are more Caitlin fans than Angel fans.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of the people that go to these games.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
That's why you gotta sell the product more. You gotta sell the product more. And
just think about Magic and Bird. People didn't realize Magic and Bird was top. They were like real close friends. They just let that shit just ride. Okay.
They just let it ride. Yep.
Let it ride.
Exactly.
Let's get that money.
You get the money.
Oh man, this stuff.
Look, that was monkey noise. It ain't no motherfucker. You ever heard a motherfucking dolphin? Get the fuck out of here.
I got. Like I said, see that part I didn't see, so I don't know in particular. I didn't see that
They
part.
said it was somebody, and they had it all written, talking about it was dolphin noise. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You Indiana Fever. What the fuck a dolphin got to do with anything? Like, get out of here with that nonsense.
Like I said, I can't judge on that because I didn't see that particular part of it. Like I said, the last thing I just saw was the filing. That was the only thing I was concentrated on. So, like I said, I gotta take a look at that myself to get myself.
I don't even know what a fucking dolphin even sound like. Like, who the fuck knows what a dolphin sound like? But you out here making dolphin noise.
I mean, we've watched Flipper as a kid. That was some dolphin sound.
You know what? Funny, I forgot about Flipper.
Right? Hell, I did too. That's why I was like surprised he said the shit. Like,
I had to watch this show too. I totally forgot.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, we like I said, if you're gonna, and like I said, the WNBA already has this reputation of trying to be woke on everything. The thing about it is, you don't want to be so woke. You already done turned a lot of people off with that shit, with that already. Don't repeat the same shit, because like you said, you about to have a TV contract coming up and stuff like that. So WNBA need to get these Caitlin Clark fans under control, and they need to get these Angel Reese fans under control. Because the thing...
I'm sorry, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said these Angel Reese fans ain't the ones that's going to the game. They watching on Instagram and shit. They're not the game.
You know what? You made a great point right there.
They're not supporting them. They typing on Instagram and X and stuff like that. They're not at the game.
No, they're not supporting at all.
They're not supporting WNBA. They supporting Twitter and whoever else. They're not at the game.
So you support the popularity, but not the player.
Not the product. Yeah, the product. Yeah, and the player. Yeah,
the popularity. And like you said, and that's why the WNBA struggles to get people in the damn arenas. That's just as simple as that. You can't say you ride or die for this person, but you don't go to these games.
Uh-huh.
That's why the WNBA struggled. Because the very people that they cater to don't go to the games.
Uh-huh.
There'd be
You
more
got
men than the fans and ladies.
you got Asia Wilson, who the best player in the league. Nobody talks about because nobody cares.
She was the truth.
Just saying. You can't say you're a fan and you never support them. You never go to any of their games. Can't say that.
Crazy world we live in. That damn man
Mucho here
got
said,
put
"I'm in
up.
Iowa, where Clark is from. I don't know what city, but she is much praised and respected out here, as she is all they basically have is some kind of superstar."
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nobody trying to claim no damn Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Man, don't talk about Seth Rollins.
Zach Corey said, "Yeah, Asia damn near averaging 30 points this season. Yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody fucking cares." Angel Reese has more buzz and popularity than Angel Wilson.
It's like I said, I don't have a problem with that, but like I said, the WNBA they gotta do a better job of marketing all that stars. And I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this, Kev. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna leave that
Go,
alone.
go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I just I just find it funny that the WNBA are not no longer pushing the LGBTQP, LMNOP, QRSTUV group. They not pushing that hard no more. They wanted it all in everybody's face. And now that they got Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, who represent themselves, they pretty much abandon them. So it just tell you that look, money rules, man. Money rules the world. And like I said, at the end of the day, I don't say money rules the world, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Um, it's people can be bought off, and if Angel Reese and Caitlin are smart, they would just play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. That's it. Just play the game, man.
The biggest thing that could deteriorate the momentum that they have, like you said, is the commissioner and the marketing of it, because they also have a notorious poor history of marketing anything.
Uh-huh.
It's funny that a race war is literally driving the popularity of the WNBA. Think about
It's
that.
crazy. We ain't heard from that damn. You know what? Oh boy, I gotta. You ain't heard from that damn Diana Taurasi all damn year. She was on every damn video, Instagram, and every damn. Now you can't even. You don't even know what it. You know what? If she even in the damn game or even played the game, we don't hear nothing about her no more. We don't hear
Right.
nothing about her. They done neglected that. And that's why I said WNBA got to do a better job of not only handling this situation between these two, but they got to do a better job of marketing. And not, it's about the game in itself. It's about the game in itself. They got to represent everybody. And right now they're picking and choosing and what they want to represent.
Yeah, so
Like you said, it's all entertainment. But we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man. We closing in on 2 hours
God
here.
damn. Ooh,
I know.
Lord.
I know. We started this conversation at the hour 10 minute mark. Boy, it's almost 2 hours.
Golly.
But Coach, man, you got any final words before we get up on out of here, man?
I appreciate y'all for letting me hop on, and I'll be doing something tomorrow. It's almost some of the same subject, but I got another subject I'm gonna talk about.
Okay.
The
I like that.
yeah, but I want to see what what the people. I'm gonna let people come on tomorrow and talk about this. Let them see what they got.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
I got a big topic about this flag football thing.
I know you ain't talking about the NFL allowing them to play
Yeah, I
flag
don't
football.
like that shit right there. I don't like that.
Hey man, I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm gonna leave that to you. Lord have mercy.
They talk about want to have B gun in the Olympics. No hell I don't.
You know
No,
the fuck I
Fuck
know.
you doing?
That's a good little fun there, boy. You look, all the practice squad players can go.
Exactly.
The fuck out of here. All the practice squad players can go.
Plus, I don't think it's fair because I talk about the bar. It's another situation.
Tyler Hill can go goddamn shit.
Oh shit, no, the hell he ain't. Shit, boy, you better send Jace McClellan out there.
Yeah, we can send his ass out there.
You better send Emory Jones out there. Yeah, cause I remember it was some flag football player here talking about he'll outduel Patrick Mahomes in flag football. Like, boy, you don't sit your, you know what? I would not find that damn video.
Have y'all watched those kids play, man?
I haven't seen it.
Them boys be playing, man. I be like,
no, they do.
Them boys be playing. I'm like, God, they talk about moves, man. I said, good Lord.
Yeah, shit, you better move. Shit, you ain't got to get tackled. You get your flag snatched, so you better be quick.
That's how you do it. That's why Barry Sanders was so damn good. You couldn't touch him.
Exactly. That's why I couldn't play flag football because I ain't had no quickness at all. I'm brute power. That's my thing.
I just want to hit you.
Exactly. I'm brute power. I'm used to running folks over, not juking folks.
I know one thing. This NBA, they be physical, boy. Ooh, these physical.
Exactly.
They don't call fouls down low when they be getting bumped. They can get killed.
Like I said, bro, they're literally, like I said, they're literally doing away with a lot of the stuff they were doing. All right, Mike, you got any final words before we get up on out here?
Oh, I need it. I needed it. I need the NBA to finally get back to basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And not this little flopping shit.
Not the flopping.
Man, y'all know that they'll do anything LeBron. Look, they want LeBron out of this league. That's why they turning it over to real man basketball. That's all it is. They want him gone.
I wish I could have played. I wish I could have played that video I saw on Instagram on here. Oh my God. Cause they did, it was a comparison video. They were showing clips of the old school. Yeah, I think they was playing DMX on it, and then they showed today's NBA. They was playing Miley. What was it? Miley Cyrus. I can say here. No, what was it? It was one of them damn songs she had as a kid. I forgot. It said motherfucker was out there flopping around and nigga making zesty maneuvers and zesty gestures and shit. And look, I was like, Lord, here y'all go. But we're gonna get up on out of here, man. Like I said, man, definitely appreciate Coach, Truth, Mike for coming in. Especially that controversial topic at the end of the show. Like I said, man, we may continue it and maybe just discuss on the solutions on how to stop all this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But that depending on y'all. Y'all have to request that. But like I said, man.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
Ain't get paid nothing anyway. Take all their money.
So make sure, like I said, make sure you tune in to Coach Unchained tomorrow. Like you said, he told you the itinerary for the show. Gonna be followed up by Juan, the Mr. Tactician himself. We just gonna have a fun Friday. So till next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no,
we here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
We ain't gotta go home.
But you gotta get the hell up out of here.
Goodbye.
If I see one more person talking about, you know what? Nah. These motherfuckers, These motherfuckers, Angel Reese and these Caitlin Clark fans, but they just need to get slapped in the mouth with some hush puppies or something.
You got onions in it.
Boy, man, make sure it got onions in it and fill it with some ammonia, because both of them getting on my damn nerves. We out here, y'all.
Public service announcement. The enemy closest to you will never show their true colors.